Alright guys, welcome back. Let's go see Poppy.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
I see Doran finally convinced you to leave the Snidgets.
If anyone can keep them out of poacher hands, it's the centaurs. And I wanted to thank you. When the poachers ambushed us, it was nice not to face them alone.
Of course. It's the sort of thing friends do for each other, isn't it?
I suppose so. I am glad you came to Hogwarts. It's already been my best year. I wouldn't want a repeat of Horntail Hall, of course, but I did enjoy the Three Broomsticks. Had no idea how lovely it was there.
Had you never been to the Three Broomsticks?
I used to spend most of my time with Highwing, and well, I don't know how Serona feels about hippogriffs popping in for a butterbeer. Highwing's the only one I would have gone with. Or Gran, of course.
Nothing wrong with that. Highwing's good company.
She is. Although I am beginning to see the appeal of human friends. It was nice to talk about my parents and Gran with someone, and share Highwing.
I don't suppose you've heard anything from your parents, have you?
I haven't, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
That's good.
Does your Gran know that we found the Snidgets?
I couldn't hold it in any longer. I told her everything. She was livid that I'd been anywhere near the poachers, but she confessed that she was rather envious about the Snidgets.
It has all been a pleasure, Poppy. Do try and stay out of trouble.
Don't know that I can. We've taken on poachers twice now, successfully. I rather think you've helped me develop a taste for it. And with centaurs as allies, I might actually go looking for trouble. You and I should meet for a butterbeer soon. Perhaps Highwing can join us?
Sure. See you around, Poppy. Alright, to Professor Weasley it is.
What does it matter whether we even do our own?
Afraid of a staircase? Slow coach! Slow coach! I certainly make sure I stay ready for mine.
Professor Weasley? You wanted to see me?
I did. We haven't had a chance to speak since I know you were quite close with Professor Fig.
Hogwarts won't be the same without him.
No, it won't. But I can assure you that he would want us to press on, and that he would rest easy knowing that the future of the wizarding world is in hands like yours.
Thank you, Professor.
You've had quite a year, both inside and outside of Hogwarts. I've heard all sorts of rumors. You've ridden a graphorn, befriended a goblin, rescued hippogriffs, even somehow ingratiated yourself with the Headless Hunt.
How did you...
It's harder to keep secrets around here than one might suspect. I'm just glad you found such a good friend in Miss Sweeting. It's nice to see her engaging more with her classmates. There have evidently been Snidget sightings in the area lately. If the centaurs are to be believed, 2 Hogwarts students are behind it.
I'm certain I don't know what...
No need to discuss it further. What I would like to discuss is your wizard's field guide. May I see it?
Of course. What do you think, Professor?
I think you've been busy this year. I see some progress here, but quite a bit of your field guide has yet to be completed. Fortunately, you do have some time to prepare for your OWLs. I will confess, I had a sense about you from that first moment you came bursting in, late, to the sorting ceremony. I am pleased to see that my instincts were correct. To think you've only been with us a year and you'll already be taking your OWLs, well, it's nothing short of astonishing.
Thank you, Professor, for everything.
You are most welcome. I look forward to seeing what you do during the rest of your time with us.
House come. End of the year feast in the Great Hall. Awesome. Ooh. Good guy. Cool. Cool. That's a cool color. Cool fur color. Well then, okay. Look who it is, Miss Weasley. She teleported.
Oh, no, Sir Fitzroy, my toad. He's left me.
That was some I guess that's what we get for beating the game. We could just phase through a door. That was bootleg as hell. Oh look. Careful. Better hope that shit don't wear off and you fall and bust your head on the fucking concrete.
What are you up to now?
I haven't been called Puffskein Dunking once since you brought me that venomous tentacular. I think I am actually brave.
Unicorn. Oh, a bugger. It's her father. Conquer it. Ridiculous. There's a couple spells I could think of that would have been cool if this game had. Wonder what he saw. All my friends that I made here at Hogwarts. Except Sebastian. Wish Sebastian could have been here.
This year,
And
we
Professor
have seen
Fig.
Our students exemplify the bravery of Godric Gryffindor. Allow me to finish. The loyalty of Helga Hufflepuff. The wisdom of Rowena Ravenclaw.
Mission of Salazar Slytherin.
Salazar Slytherin. And so, the winner of this year's House Cup.
Excuse me, Headmaster, if I may.
Oh, am I going to get...
One particular student's heroism during the attack on Hogwarts, not to mention the level to which they have excelled in their coursework, as a new student, no less. Well, it would seem that it certainly merits, I'd say, 100 points to their house. Wouldn't you agree?
Ah, yes. Thank you, Professor Weasley. I suppose we have our winner.
Won the House Cup. Wow, we beat Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, there's still much to do post-game, like stuff I haven't even tackled. It just dawned on me, I never even did any of the challenge rooms. So I'm interested to see what we get from those. Yeah, but sort of bittersweet ending because, you know, Sebastian was expelled, Professor Fig died. Yeah, sort of leaves you with like a it was a happy ending, but it felt like something was missing. I'm curious if I had chosen any of the other dialogue. Like, for instance, back when Sebastian was like, if I had chosen everyone needs to know that spell, would he have taught me Avada Kedavra then? Because I haven't learned it. I guess if I had chose not to do any of the curses, would that have affected his Sebastian's storyline? I'm not sure how much something I'd have to see on a replay. I wonder if this game even has a new game plus, because I'd definitely run through it again. And thank God there's no copyright music here for the credits. I hate when games do that, because then either sometimes I'm like, screw it, and just let it play out, and then sometimes I have to mute it. But like, yeah, at least, you know, it's original music here. But what do I have to say about it? Let's do like a mini review here. How did I feel about this game? This game was great. I feel like this game completely nailed and executed and captured the magic that is of the Wizarding world, the Harry Potter world, Hogwarts, however you want to refer to it. They captured the magic of it in this game, and they did such a phenomenal job bringing this world to life, bringing Hogwarts to life. Their interpretations of everything was just like beautiful. There's so many things in this game that are just spectacular, like being able to, you have access to your broom, being able to mount a hippogriff, and then towards the end there, I mean, we really didn't get to use it much. We unlocked a grab horn, a ground mount, so fast travel was great. The fact that the world was so massive and you could just explore and go anywhere, there's tons of stuff still left for me to do. Yeah, this game is great. I really enjoyed the story. The main story kept me hooked. It was very interesting. It was a solid, very good story, and I love like this like remix because you can hear like riffs of like the music from the Harry Potter movies. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it was fun running around Hogwarts. You know, getting to go to class. I don't know what this game is just great. Like when this game was first announced and I saw it, it was like a dream come true. But I was excited for it, but at the same time I had my expectations reserved because it's like there's no way they could, you know, do a better job than the movies, because I love the movies. I think the movies are very good adaptations. Not perfect, but very good adaptations. Probably some of the best adaptations from book to live action that I've personally seen. And I think they set out and they absolutely accomplished their goal of bringing this world to life and making a game for the fans. They had iconic spells, iconic locations. Like I said, they had the mounts. I felt like the combat was something that I was curious about, because I thought that maybe it'd get boring and repetitive, and there's certainly some things that are frustrating about the combat that I think could be improved upon. But I overall very much enjoyed the combat, and something about it just clicked, and it just the fact that you can match and put together so many different spells together. Like there's some combinations like as I was playing throughout the game that I just didn't think of using, like Glacius with shoot, what's the slash spell? It's slipping my mind. Descendio? No, not Descendio. That's a down. Oh shoot, I forgot the name of the slash spell, but yes, combining those together. Definitely some unique ways to fight enemies that I thought were cool, like unique encounters with spells, like when you block the final attack of a troll when he's coming down, if you follow up with a flipendo, you can hit him in the face with it. The fact that you can use flipendo on the frog monster things, I forgot those names, and flip on the back. I never was able to do it, but I've seen it happen when I was playing with Poppy, and it's something I found out just like recently in late game, how to actually do it. And yeah, I do wish the game had like more variety of enemies. Like I think they had a decent amount, but like there were so many areas where I felt like, especially the side content, where I felt like I kept just fighting so many spiders, and it was cool. Like they had like the absconder, and if they were going to have so many different versions of spiders, I mean not different versions, I was going to say if they were going to do so much content with spiders, it would have been nice if they had some different types of spiders, just like how they introduced the absconder, but give them different move sets, and maybe you use different spells counter different spiders. You know, I just really wish there was more of that in the combat too, like certain spells affected enemies certain different ways. One thing I didn't like when it came to combat is I didn't like that there were some like bigger enemies that no matter what spell you used on them, like just Opendo, Descendo, whatever, it wouldn't do anything to them. It would just hit them and they would shrug a little bit, like get stunned a little bit, and I felt like that was just nonsense. It's like I don't think the size of the enemy, with the exception of like a troll or something like that, should matter. But a regular human enemy that's just slightly bigger, I think they should still be affected by spells the same as anybody else. Maybe it just does less damage to them. I would have took that trade off. I talked about all the stuff that I like. Now let's talk about some, since we were on the topic of things that, could be improved upon, and things that I didn't like. I mean, some of these might be, you could count as like nitpicks. I didn't like the fact that you couldn't just fly out, you fly into like towns like the Hogsmeade. Well, I mean, you could do it at other towns, but the Hogsmeade specifically, you could not, for some reason, you could not. I guess maybe it clearly had some sort of charm spell around it, but like, I don't understand why you couldn't allow us to fly our brooms in and out of Hogsmeade, because it just became one of those things that after a little while became annoying, because it was like, oh, if I want to get to this area in Hogsmeade, I have to just completely just, run on foot all the way across Hogsmeade, because I can't pull up my broom and fly over there. And even when I wanted to, let's say you wanted to hop out and just leave Hogsmeade, you would either have to fast travel to an area outside of it, or or you'd have to go from wherever you're at and run completely outside of the location to be able to fly away, because you couldn't enter, or you couldn't use your broom. Like, I understand maybe you don't want to pull the hippogriff or the graphorn that we got there towards the end, but like, there's no reason we shouldn't have been able to use a broom. I had mentioned I wish there were more like enemy varieties, and I have to say, one of the things that I saw towards the end of the game, two things that I saw towards the end of the game that I was like, why didn't we have more of this in the game? And it's like, the first time I seen it was when we fought Victor Rookwood. We had like the wand clash, and I'm like, bro, this would have been so cool if we had a couple bosses like sprinkled out from beginning, middle, or end of the game on side quests and stuff, where you had like these epic wand battles with the clashes. I thought the clashes was like a cool thing. And then also felt there weren't that much variety and uniqueness in the boss fights, because they were all just, goblins, wizards, or stronger goblins, stronger wizards, or like a troll or something, or a spider, the absconder. I just wish there were like more variety and like unique bosses. Like the final boss of the game, best boss in the game in my opinion, I wish there was more unique fights like that. Like, why couldn't we have like a fight with like a dragon and with different move sets and stuff like that? Like, that was really cool, and I feel like it tested your combat ability, where a lot of the other like bosses is just like fighting regular enemies. So yeah, I wish they had more unique bosses sprinkled out throughout the game. What else? Like I said, I'm curious if like choosing different dialogue options affects anything in the game. Like, I feel like I get a feeling like maybe during Sebastian's quest, like that's the one that strikes me the most, as if I had done things differently with the unforgivable curses, would he have been there at the end of the game? I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm curious if we see anything after the credits. So I'm just gonna keep letting them play, and we'll just chill here. Continue to talk. Let me see if there's anything else I enjoyed or disliked. I'm trying to think here. Oh, it'd be so nice if we had like quality of life for like the potions, where the pots would just continue to brew. And it would be so nice if we could just brew more than one potion per pot. And also, when it came to the plants, like the fact that you needed to apply the fertilizer, and then the fertilizer would just net you like 2 plants. I get maybe if it did any more, it might be broken because you could just farm, but at least the plants would continuously grow. I just wish you could, I wish the soil was like permanent, because it's not permanent. I would have took that. Oh, also in terms of like loot, I like the transmog, how it works in this game, where you pick up an item, you automatically get it. So, it's such a nice quality of life because you don't have to worry about, oh, well, if I sell these gloves, I can't. These gloves look cool, I can't wear them, or this coat looks cool and I can't wear them. This cloak looks cool and I can't wear it. No, once you pick it up, it gets added to like, I guess you could call them skins, and you could like switch and just put them over like any item in the game. I thought that was cool. The gear system was pretty simple, and you know what, I prefer it to be simple. Although I will say towards the end of the game, I hit like this point where it's clearly that you could level up higher, but I had a couple gear pieces, like I would find a couple gear pieces that were higher, but their stats were just lower, so I found that frustrating. Like, I just wish that, okay, if an item is like a level above me, it should automatically just have better stats. If it's like a couple levels, and I don't think I ever found any that were more than like one level above me, I can't recall, but yeah, that was a bit frustrating at the end. So I took that as a sign it's time for me to start upgrading. And I did notice a difference in combat, because the combat towards like the end game stuff, you know, a lot of things, like at the beginning of the game, I think I felt like I was mostly over leveled for certain things, but as I progress, like the gap between my level, or like the damage I was doing and the enemies I was facing, was slowly like closing in. And like, I feel like late game, I started fighting a lot of enemies that were like a level or a few levels above me, so it was a bit challenging. But once I upgraded my gear and stuff like that, and I didn't even max out all my gear, maybe if I had maxed out, I would have been doing like even more damage. Maybe if I just put like all damage traits on like all of my clothes, I would have been doing massive damage. That would have been cool. I probably should have done that. That probably would have worked better than... I felt like the ancient magic, it was a noticeable increase building the ancient magic, but towards when I was fighting the boss, I was realizing it didn't feel like that much. So if I was to do that, either I'd go back and stack all tier 3 ancient magic things, so I could just keep using ancient magic because that's your most powerful magic in the game, or put tier 3 of like increased damage for all spells, and maybe I would have been doing some more like massive damage there. Definitely some cool builds and min-maxing you could do there, even though it's pretty simple. Curious like what traits like you could do. Like, you could just make a build surrounding plants if you wanted to, just stack all plants, do more damage. Oh, I had one tier 3 for the cabbage, chomping cabbage or whatever, and those cabbages were doing pretty massive damage. Like, imagine if I put like maybe 1 or 2 more on like a clothing piece and I threw out cabbages. The only issue with that is like I said, it's actually, no, now that I think about it, the only reason why it's difficult for me to grow cabbages, unless there's a cap on how many tables you can put, I could go back into the room requirement in that other room down below and like set up like 5 tables of cabbages, and or like 7 tables of cabbages, and just, you know, constantly have them growing. That way I always have cabbages. But yeah, that'd be pretty powerful. You could focus, there are perks that help you focus on specific spells that probably would be really good. Like, I wonder what would happen if I stacked like multiple tier 3s of Bombarda. Like, that probably would like just instantly kill enemies. And I'm also curious now that once these credits are finished rolling, I'm sure it'll put me back in the game, but can I seriously not get the final spell, Vada Kedavra? That kind of sucks that I can't unlock the spell. If that was the moment when I was talking to Sebastian that I mentioned like multiple times already, where I could have chose everyone should know that spell or whatever. Kind of sucks that you have to play through the entirety of the game again in order to get it. If that's the case, who knows? Maybe it'll be something after credits, possibly? Damn, these credits are pretty long. I'm afraid to skip because what if it actually skips like a cutscene or something at the end? I'll just let it play out. That was a mean burp, excuse me. Oh, we got special thanks here, so it's probably gonna wrap up soon. Oh, one thing I thought was cool were like the secrets of Hogwarts. Like there were 3. There was one that was missing, and I'm pretty sure I know what it was, and it was that door at the top where the headmaster's room is. I'm pretty sure that had to have been the secret of Hogwarts, but I don't know how to... I didn't figure out how to solve it, and I couldn't figure out... I thought maybe it might have had something to do with those statues, but that were like lined up in the hallway, but none of them seem interactable with, and I don't recall them getting highlighted for spells either, so... There's clearly something I was missing that has to do with that door. And I think that's probably like the last secret. It would have been cool if there was more than 3. Oh, that just reminded me because I was thinking about the Secrets of Hogwarts challenge. The Merlin trials. Like, I'm not sure if you get anything for completing every single Merlin trial. It might be a trophy. I haven't looked at the trophy list for this game yet. I tend to stay away from it because the trophy lists usually have spoilers or whatever. I mean, oftentimes those spoilers are hidden trophies, but still, I don't like to look at the trophies until after I beat the game, or as they pop up while I'm playing, I'll read what trophy it was that I just unlocked. But yeah, I really wish that when it came to the Merlin trials, like once I unlocked like all the slot levels, and I wish there were more slot levels, by the way, for equipment. I wish we could have went a little bit higher than 40. But yeah, it was after I completed all the Merlin trials that would net me challenge rewards to get more inventory slots. Once I finished that, I really didn't feel any desire to do any of the other Merlin trials. And it's not like they were giving me, well, not that I could tell, massive amounts of XP. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe it was, and could have been leveling up more if I was hitting them, but yeah, it didn't seem like I was getting massive amounts of XP. So like, I wish there were more challenges associated with the Merlin trials. And also, a gripe when it came to like a certain story element was like the trials. The trials are meant to test us, but I felt like the reward wasn't satisfying for the trials. Like, I felt like in terms of story, they did good, but like for our hard work and effort, I kind of wish we had gotten more out of it, like stuff we could use in combat. Like, imagine if we finish a trial and we unlock a new type of ancient magic, like finisher or attack or spell or something like that, or we get an increase in damage or something, or a magic, or we get like something that boosts like our magic spell regeneration, something meaningful. Because like I was doing these trials and I was like, it's kind of disappointing we don't get anything that outside of like, I thought like the the memories we saw were good for the story, but like I still felt like unsatisfied with the reward for the trials. And at the end, when I thought we got that wand, that special wand that we created, I thought, I was like, oh, okay, here's our reward for all this. We get like an upgraded wand, we do more damage or something, or ancient magic is stronger or something. But it turns out, no, it's just a wand that we use in like one cutscene to stop the ancient magic giant golems. And then after that, we never use the wand again. So yeah, that was a bit of a letdown. We didn't even get... They specifically even said, oh, the wand is only made for a specific type of use. So it's not like, oh, here, you can use the wand to do even more powerful magic. Nope. Not at all. So that was a bit disappointing. Something I didn't like. Definitely coming up on the end of the credits here. Oh, here we go. Seeker of Knowledge. When the house come. Okay, we're back. Also, I figured out what this stairs is. This whole time I thought like the bot down those stairs were like
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Yeah, so this is actually the girls' dormitory.
I'm not allowed up there.
That's why we can't go up there. The only way to... That's what I've been told. The only way to test if that is accurate is one, if I, you know, looked it up definitively, but... Or two, like I made a female character. I guess that's where I would come from. This whole time I thought like... I thought like if you go up or you go down from like where our room is, I thought that might have been like the girls' dormitory. But you know, that does make sense that the girls are over there, because then that would mean that all the ones over here are boys, and it's like, oh well, it wouldn't make sense if we all lived in like one area, because there are like barely any beds in these rooms, and I know that there are more Gryffindors than... There are way more Gryffindors than this. In 3 rooms. So yeah, makes sense that they're separate. A lot more sense, because there's way more Gryffindors than that. Alright. Obviously not gonna have any quests because we finished everything. In terms of like the map, hold on. No, switch it to morning. What do we do it one more time? Midday, maybe? Oh, okay. Puts us like right at the beach. So yeah, that was morning. It looked a little bit dark to be morning, but I guess it was like really, really early.
Away, Highwing! Away!
Damn, this is still one of the coolest things in the game. We're riding a hippogriff, and the camera angle is so, like, just makes it look even, like, the way it's zoomed out makes it look even way cooler than...
the high wing.
Anyways, let's take a look at the map real quick, because where is it? Yeah, there's like a whole town over here I didn't even visit. Who knows, there might have been a side quest there, because when I visited these new ones there were a couple side quests. Okay, here's what we'll do before I end it. I'll fly over there and see if there's anything.
Must have been a magic. Is that you, Royland?
No need to race now, my friend.
That was close. I thought I bugged it. I went out for a second. Cragcroft.
Wait a moment.
I'm sure it'd be harder to kill a moon calf.
Treasure chest there.
Slow down now. There we go.
Alright, nice. Oh, we got a trophy for it too. Flew around the world.
Revelio.
There's a side quest here.
Something must be done about the vile thieves who...
Is everything all right, Madam...
Olivier. Madame Olivier, and no, everything is not all right. The vermin known as the Ashwinders have infested nearby Clagmar Castle, disrupting not only our sense of peace, but our valuable trade. It appeared that they were finally going to slither away until Sylvanus Selwyn arrived.
Sylvanus Selwyn?
Head rat. My guess is that if someone were to take out Selwyn, the rest of the Ashwinders would disperse. But Selwyn is a skilled wizard. I certainly can't take care of him myself. Believe me, I wish I could.
Oh, I think I already beat him. If it's that giant castle in the background, I think that we came from that fast travel.
I could take care of Selwyn for you.
Goodness,
I did defeat a boss that back there. I did defeat a boss over there.
I'm offering a nice bounty on his head. Feel free to put the word out.
Selwyn has been taken care of.
It did, okay.
You defeated Selwyn? Merlin's beard. A student took down one of Rookwood's top filth.
It's also where we did the bells. That's why I beat him, because I was doing the bells.
I'm glad I could help protect Cragcroft from the Ashwinders.
The thieves will finally leave us alone. Thanks to you. You're welcome in Cragcroft anytime. It's such a pleasant place when it's not being threatened by Ashwinders.
Hey. Anyways, let's fast travel back. Here. And wrap it up.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Yes, it is, and we got to live well, I got to live in one of my favorite stories. Still never did figure out what that Kraken room is down there. I'm curious if that's like an Easter egg, or do we get something special if we figure that out? That's probably one of Hogwarts' secrets, isn't it? It could be that or that room with the headmasters, or maybe they're both connected. But yeah. So it's time to wrap it up. So let me give a quick summary here again. This game was great. I absolutely love this game. There's still much for me to do in this world. Like, I still have to do some of the challenge, or try one of the challenge arenas, another one, or actually beat a challenge arena. We did try one, but it completely wrecked us. We were like just way under leveled for it. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Maybe I might record some if I end up, or I feel like it if I end up doing it. But yeah, that's it for Hogwarts Legacies. This was a great game. I enjoyed it. Captured the magic of being at Hogwarts and living in this world, and I think they did a phenomenal job. I really loved the side quests with building relationships with the other Hogwarts students, you know, to make friends and going to class to learn spells, and just the way everything connected was awesome. And this game was very special. So yeah, with that being said, I think it's time. This is it for Hogwarts Legacies. I thank you guys for joining me on another Let's Play. This one was special and it was really fun. I enjoyed it, and it doesn't seem like there's a new game plus, so I guess if I wanted to play through the game again, I'd have to do like a fresh character, but that's fine. It's not a problem, because I'm curious about the dialogue. If I choose different dialogue options specifically for like Sebastian's questline, would things have turned out differently? But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, again, this is it for Hogwarts Legacies. I know I repeated myself like 3 times now, but yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, one more thing, actually. I really hope this game gets a sequel, because there's so many quality lives and things they could prove on, because it genuinely is a fun game. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.